Hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk. Now let's dive right back into Tarath through the campaign Alilopolis.
Oi, you
Fucking
bloody
Craig.
article.
Fucking Craig.
All hell.
The hand of fate tosses the dice, rolls, spins, turns. A campaign starts and ends, leaving memories that become stories. Stories flow out into the infinite sea, painting it with legends. Legends wash up on the shores throughout the infinite sea, fading to myth, till myths are forgotten. And again, the hand of fate tosses. The dice rolls, spins, turns. Hitherto, we left our adventurers known as the Shadow Seekers on the second level of Hell, Lust, where they found themselves after solving the next side of the Tridecahedron, and in a rush while trying to escape Kai Shen's prison on the fourth level of Hell. Water dripping off of them and evaporating quickly in the blistering heat of the desert of the second level of Hell. They stood before the desert oasis dubbed the Crusty Mummy, all holding hands, having just tapped the Tridecahedron. They decide to walk into the Crusty Mummy, finding said Crusty Mummy as the patron for the establishment. Franklin and Faust decide to jump immediately down the well in the center of the tavern, while the rest of the party greets and introduces themselves to the Crusty Mummy. Faust and Franklin find the Frog King at the bottom of the well in the center of the Crusty Mummy, and they learn the Frog King is a ferryman to the different parts in the second level of Hell's Waste via aqueducts under the blasted sand deserts. They learn that he can take them to those different parts via those passageways for a fee and a favor. He's able to waive some of the favors as the Shadow Seekers claim they can break this level seal, and the Demon Queen would be highly interested in this. And they learn too that the Demon Queen is located at Cliff Castle. And in appeasing one of the favors that is requested from the Frog King, they decide to head to the ruins in the desert and Ash is able to convince the Frog King to do it for a cheap 200 gold, taking them there quickly rather than traipsing across the blistering sea of sand. Once there, they find they'd learned too. Faust specifically, after delving into some of his books, a reference to the fact that most of these ruins are from enemies passed from the Demon Queen that she'd sealed away in their tombs with their treasures. As they get there, they find that those tombs are still inhabited by the undead, as it's said from his readings, where they quickly dispatch most of them that they could find inside, as well as it's heavily trapped. Ash and Ezra set about, in very different ways, disarming those traps, thus leading to Ezra's loss of his tail. At the end, after clearing all of the hazards, they find a chest of desire as one of the treasures left by this particular mummy king who was inside of his tomb. And Faust immediately requests a helm of teleportation from it, and the Shadow Seekers snap into existence a day's ride from the aforementioned Demon Queen's Cliff Castle. On their way there, they bump into a monolith in riding atop Bob, who had taken over a mimic body inside the tomb, and are set upon by skeletal demons that seemed set upon capturing them and taking them somewhere, which they did not succeed due to Faust's dispelling of their magical circle teleporting them somewhere, where they then immediately killed themselves, the demons that is, and disappeared into black smoke. Setting themselves back up into the pocket rocket and letting Bob ride them towards the Cliff Castle, the Shadow Seekers take a astral diamond and meet the Rum Rollers for the first time not during a eurythmic veracity inside of Ishamel's Infinite Castle, or Infinite Tower, sorry. And that's where we left them after they had been brought here and started negotiations. Let's find out what happens this time. Oh, I guess too I could throw in there that Grand Dam had made a visit to Franklin. Grand Dam Prime had made a visit to Franklin while waiting for the Rum Rollers to appear.
Nice guy. Wow, less crazy than our granddad.
Yeah, you'd like to think that.
Has better, composes himself better.
Agreed.
So yeah, you guys find yourself still where you left off with a floor of glass looking out into a nebula beyond with stars illuminating it from behind, and are completely encapsulated besides an elevator that leads back up into Ishamel's tower and some sort of airlock that leads out into the vast void of nothingness beyond.
Just to
And
cover...
sitting around the table, negotiating what to do for the coming eurythmic veracity, and hopefully planning whether it be the escape of the Shadow Seekers from Hell or whatnot. It's to be determined. So yeah, go for it.
So, as a recap of the proposed idea that Franklin had thrown out, the issues that we face essentially are that the PNC is primed to escape not only Hell, but this planet, not only this planet, but this planetary system, and void out into the multiverse. In order to stop that, the quote-unquote good-aligned deities that remain, which are two of them, want the good team to join them to stop the PNC and become gods themselves. And then the option that Franklin had proposed is that instead we get those gods to agree to leave this system, because currently all gods except for a couple are gone. And in return, we will deal with the PNC. And the idea for that was for both teams to join up, and the evil team take the small bottle of, or not the small bottle, the bottle of holy water that has like an ocean's worth in it, the chip in a bottle, infiltrate the PNC, and then while they're moving from the planet to the moon, open it up in their confined spaceship, and hopefully the holy water will kill all the undead, and drowning will kill everyone else. But that was the last proposed idea, outside of Franklin kind of giving the rundown on him needing to survive for then 100 years to extinguish the last of the deities on the planet.
With an agreement to Kiro.
Right.
That
But,
Kiro gets to take your body to the other side.
Yeah, we haven't finalized anything yet, so I think Ash pops in, and I would probably pop up immediately and kind of
That's right.
run over to her, explain what's going on, because she probably sees Cat.
Yeah, Ash and Kat would both pop in. Yeah.
So I want to see what they do first, but then I need to sidebar, or the evil team needs to sidebar with Ash for a few minutes.
So Franklin calls a sidebar as
Yeah.
Ash pops in. Ash and Kat.
Oh, shit! Sidebar!
Do we pop in next to each other or just like on opposite sides of the room?
I would guess beside each other at the elevator. I'm trying to get your character tokens. I forgot that you weren't here last time. I gotta grab those tokens. Oh, why don't I just do that?
Well, as we pop in and we appear in this room in Ishmael's tower, we kind of like look at each other, and I'm like, "It's that damn chicken." And he's like looking up at me, and I'm like, "How are you doing, chicken?" And Kat, obviously looking up at me, says, "I have a name, and it's Kat, and I feel like you should know this by now. We have met a couple times." I was like, "We have, but you're usually too angry to have a conversation." He kind of like looks down and looks around. He's like, "You're right." And he'll see his other compatriots and like wander over to them, just ending that conversation with her.
Luckily, there's
Solid.
Okay. Come on, Ash.
Hey, Ash.
Yeah, Ash is gonna shrug and then walk over to Franklin and be like, "Hey, we're in the tower. I take it the meeting is happening."
Yeah, and we have a lot of things to question you about. Do you have a second to step into the pocket rocket with myself and anyone else on our team that would like to go?
Kaluma
Sure.
wants to do it only because she wants to. I don't know. She'll figure it out. She just wants to go.
Ezra is still fighting Grandam for food supremacy.
That dog. We gotta do something about that. Anyway, turn to everyone else. We're gonna be right back. Our ally just arrived. We're gonna catch her up. You guys may want to do the same. To yours.
Yeah, inside of the pocket rocket.
Hero goes over to Cat. Eh.
I think the only other one that's part of the Shadow Seekers that hasn't said they're going into the pocket rocket is Faust, but
He's
Oh,
going.
Oh, and Ezra.
right. He's going in.
Actually, hold on. Yeah, he'll go in.
Leaving
Nothing
Ezra
bad's
out.
gonna happen. Exactly, nothing bad's gonna happen.
We're gonna be okay, right?
Cat in the room.
Alright.
As Ezra eyes Grandam, begging him to try to touch the food.
I have no
Grandam
idea how...
snarls.
Ezra will snarl back and buff his chest out at you.
Grandam's entire beard stands on end like a cat, which makes it look. He looks about. He expands like a puffer fish when this happens.
Wait, Grandam, the dwarf?
Yes.
And
Okay.
Ezra will turn. And Ezra will turn
Grandam has
around
always been a
and face his booty at you and fought in your face, turning around proudly and triumphant.
Grandam is going
With
to
the lack
lunge
of a
at Tiny
tail.
Ezra.
What's he gonna do?
He's going to wild shape and attempt to eat as.
Oh, let's go.
As much as I'd love to do that, we're not going to derail that hard.
I mean, you could start that. You could
You
start
can
that.
certainly start it if you want.
I mean, yeah, go for it. I'm gonna put my hand. Ash is gonna put her hand on Franklin's shoulder and was like, I think we need to work on our compatriots' manners.
Yeah, well, we haven't really had a lot of downtime with, reality.
Slowly collapsing. Yeah, you're right.
Maybe
Kalimba's gonna look at Franklin and Ash and um
I
say,
don't think he's
well,
mad.
since they're already fighting, I've been looking for a reason to slap Kiro because I feel like he's being disrespectful. So the second y'all give me the go ahead,
I don't know if if she sees this because of going into the pocket rocket. That's where I was going to with.
Wait, so this is happening not in the pocket rocket?
No,
You.
Grand Dam and Ezra are in Ishamil's tower currently. Out of
And
the
y'all
pocket
left
rocket.
him unattended.
Oh
No good
goodness.
guys allowed in the pocket rocket.
So
It would give off a really bad impression.
Okay,
Are
so
you guys-
who was opening the water bottle on the spaceship that was just talked about?
I will because
Yeah.
I can breathe in any liquid. So
Well, we don't have the agreement yet. That was the proposed plan at the end of the last session. People were supposed to consider, but my question to you, Ash, what's your family trying to fucking do? Like,
My family was trying to take
all the
over.
cards are on the table now. We have a big decision to make. We need to know who your family's involved with, what their plans are, what you know, etc.
My family, the House of Croy, has been trying to set me up as the ruler of not only our kingdom, but the neighboring kingdom. I forget the name. Hold on, I gotta go to my handouts.
I don't. Yeah, I don't remember what we said either. It was either.
I don't think we gave my kingdom an official name yet because we hadn't made our way across the map to there. But
Yeah,
the
I
kingdom
think
that
we did. It
Did
was
we?
yeah.
Something,
based-
something fancy.
If you
For Mario Land.
my best reference for it would be the just overall map that I've been slowly building on because we came up with something for it a while ago. It starts with an A, Athenia.
Yeah, I
Uh,
thought it
your
was like
kingdom.
nearby.
Yeah, your kingdom is Athenia. The bigger kingdom where she is from is called Gargantium, is the one that I was thinking of that it might be.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, my family was one of the noble families from Athenia, and my mom, specifically my mom, has been coordinating our household so that I could be put in place as the ruler of both Athenia and Gargantium.
Which is where Team Good Guy is stationed, right?
Yes. And my family was working directly with the PNC.
Got it. So that's the thing here is I will lay out our previous plan out to you. Lay everything out to you. I mean, do you have any questions about what the current situation is? Because the proposal is that we take down the PNC. Because the PNC is currently building a spaceship to escape our planet and start wreaking havoc on the rest of the multiverse. And the gods are here those that remain are trying to stop that by any means necessary. Though apparently not
Okay.
by blowing up the planet, which I thought was the answer, but
Yeah, I thought it seemed like
Yeah.
some
What was
deities
that,
were
right?
trying to blow up the planet. Sorry.
I believe that's what the PNC is trying to do. That or it was you got that twisted with what
the PNC was trying to escape the system They're trying to escape to the moon to build a base on the moon to escape to the rest of the multiverse. And then one of the sets of gods was trying to blow up the planet as a result. I thought. Josh can confirm or set us straight.
Or you could roll a history to see how well your memory is.
My
Okay.
history is fucked.
Ezra rolled a 28 to pounce on Grand Dam.
Oh no.
28 to pound.
Yes. And assume the
Does it
dominant
not auto
position.
roll anymore?
It should still. Your
I don't know what
extension,
this
right?
is. What kind of roll this is?
History.
History.
Good
Yeah,
roll.
history. 11 with a nat 1 from Ash.
Yep. Okay, it just took a second.
Can
Plural.
Kalimba roll an insight check to see to see if she remembers her history?
And
For some
you
reason,
wouldn't.
Faust isn't linked to the. Oh, it's because I'm not in Tareth yet. I got a 21.
Oh, okay.
Thank the gods.
Kalimba, you actually wouldn't know any of this information.
I thought we had laid everything out and told everybody everything.
It may have come across in a jumbled jargon mess.
You have to go to your
Well, it's more
Or
so
no.
the fact too that. Oh wait, you still have at that point too. I forgot.
No, you're fucking.
Manny Polis comes across the torque and goes, "Oh, it was me, you jackasses! I want to blow up the planet so that I can take it over and put you guys in place of gods. You guys aren't gonna get a seat at the table if you don't blow up the planet with me."
Kalimba's
look
gonna slam
over.
her. Kalimba's
I
gonna
knew it was a
slam her
deity.
torque. Kalimba's gonna slam her torque on the ground and stomp it with her heel.
You can't break it like that. I put the box over there with a big sign on it that says, "Please put." Oh my god, he heard everything.
So,
I
go
walk
ahead and
over
roll
and I
an
slap
unarmed
him.
strike if you're
Roral's
actually
gonna
doing that.
slap him.
If
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What happened?
roll an unarmed.
My character Roral is coming up to slap you.
Well, so you'd be rolling an unarmed strike against
I'm not
Kalimba.
even. I'm not even
You're
in
rolling.
the thing right now.
Yeah,
I'm in the. Thought I was in the
good night.
pocket rocket with.
you
Thought I
are.
was in the
That's what I'm.
pocket rocket with Ashton.
I mean,
I'm-
whichever version of my character you're standing next to when you say that slaps you in the
Franklin.
face.
It's Franklin. And I was
How
going
did
to
it
say
be pocket rocket?
Kalimba's going to want to roll a unarmed strike on the torque. Is what I was getting at too.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh,
Trying to figure out how to
just
do
make sure I
pocket
read this right.
With a 21 Faust, you would be able to know for sure that
Right.
that was your memory served you correct. It was Manipolis, but that was just
What
a
do I?
double
What do I
confirm.
roll? Which dice?
Unarmed strike. If you're on your character sheet, it should be
1d6 plus 3, right? That's what it says.
sounds about right.
A d6
I
is the
don't-
square root, right?
Josh, how
I
did
got a
it be
6.
pocket rocket?
I got a 6.
I moved the vision over because it's gonna be confusing otherwise.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Just for everyone's sake. But you're not
I
in
got
the
a
pocket
6 to
rocket.
stomp on the thing.
I was like, damn, did somebody magically transport Ezra before he could have fun?
No. So that's damage, right? Because I heard a D6. I wasn't going to
Yeah.
really have you. Yeah. You can hit it. It's not moving, and it's not got very high AC or anything, so I wasn't going to make you roll to hit, actually. Anyways, but yeah, so when you stomp on it, you feel it puncture through your boot and deal that same damage to you.
Oh well.
Whoops.
And then Franklin slaps you, it sounds like.
I'll try. I rolled a critical failure.
All to hit? That was your to hit?
Yeah. Yeah, that
A
was my
9?
hit.
So what is he gonna do? Just like completely miss my face and just like fall over past me due to momentum?
feel like this happens at the same time, right? You go to stomp your thing, and then I try to slap you, but you hurt yourself and start like jumping around.
Yeah, and
Cool.
you and Franklin probably swipes through the air and steps on the torque at the same time, having miscalculated the strike. So roll damage for yourself too, Franklin, so you can see what damage you take.
What was the damage?
1d6, I believe.
26. 6. Ow.
Shit.
I
We took
hop
the
up
same
and
amount of
down and I
damage.
scream in rage and I pick it up and I slam it into one of the lead boxes.
How would it? I got a question about logistics of this. How would it puncture through its adamantine? Is the torque harder than adamantine, or is it like how would that?
In this particular case, it doesn't budge and does kind of scratch up your adamantine, so it's harder than adamantine.
Is
Is what
God
you
Made of ice
capable?
forged by a god. Of course, it's stronger than adamantium.
We could beat people to death with our torques,
Just put him on a stick.
right?
Ezra gets Torg brass knuckles.
I walk over to Kira, what's your character's new name? Cyril? Kalimba. And I just I go to grab your face between my hands and I say, "Do you think this is a fucking joke?" The god of manipulation just heard every fucking word we just said because you kept that thing on you when there was a clear fucking sign to put it in the fucking box.
I was never told clear instructions to
There
put it
was
in the
a
box.
I
You
pointed
just
right at
said
the
that
sign.
everybody. You just said everybody else's were in the box, and I never actually lay my eyes on said box.
I'm pretty sure it was like right at the entry when they loaded in,
You wanna
and
put
you
a si-
specifically saw it, and then we're like,
Kalimba's
"I'm
not
gonna
a
put it in my pocket instead." Yeah, lie to me, try
That
it.
that did happen. You could roll a deception versus an insight if you want to, but
I want
if
to. I want to.
if
Shit
you
insight.
Hold up.
if you want to for the future too, you could probably put a text sign on the map for your reference.
Nah,
Well, would it be deception or would it be persuasion?
You're deceiving
you're
at this point
lying.
because
Okay.
you definitely seen this, and I
Let me
remember
find
that.
it. Hang on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Where's it at? I see it. Hold up.
Mine's gonna be. Come on, baby. Oh,
I got a
really
I got a
bad.
22. I got a 22. So
Versus a
Oh,
4.
four.
I got a nat 20 with my +2. So
I guess I don't have good enough signage in here. You know, maybe I need like more signage. I look at the wall and I say, "Could we get a big sign in here, just like 20 feet, 20 feet tall?"
Kalinda's gonna like hobble with her punctured boot over to the chest and ask for a piece of poster board and a marker.
And that's when one of the large crickets come up to you, having heard Franklin's outburst, and go, "Pass, you want make sign?"
We don't need to anymore. It's already in the box. Next time we get a new guy, we physically take it from him.
Yes, good idea.
All right. Well, fuck.
Well, Amos, all right, Amos out then.
I pick something up and I throw it against the wall. All right. Anyway, Ash. So your whole family's goal is just to be a bigger kingdom.
To be a bigger kingdom with us at the head of the kingdom.
All right. Here's my plan. Let me see if it jives with you. We do this whole thing that gets the gods out of the system entirely, right? Just us. I make a deal with that Kuro nut job, where he has to travel and assist and protect me for 100 years, because after 100 years, then I can finally die, and then release. You get rid of something that will tie into this world with the other god. Sorry, that was really confusing. Anyway, we're going to have a 100-year reprieve if we do this, where I'm essentially hoping to convince them to give us a free pass, essentially, and to not interfere with us while we live our lives. During that time, we conquer the entire planet.
Okay, this is definitely an idea my family can get behind.
Okay, yeah, because I'm thinking yeah, we're the bad guys. We could be the bad guys. We conquer the entire planet, and then we got a one world government. And how great is that?
Do you
It is
truly
great.
think that religious zealots would sit idle while you conquered the world?
No, but without gods here, there's not a lot they can do.
Yeah,
Ugh. I think
I think
that
this sounds like a good game plan.
I think that
Kalimba agrees. I agree. I just want to be over the Department of Transportation. Like that is what I want to do. So as long as we have that set, we're good.
Right,
Well,
Faust, what
okay.
you saying?
Faust has something to say. Turn to him.
not think that this group of individuals is in alignment with our goals. In that they most certainly intend to chase this divine godhood that has been promised to them.
Right. And that's a good question because we're assuming they say yes, but what if they say no? On that point, I walk over to the chest of desire and I take out all my money. I think we need to have an escape plan in case they say no. What are we gonna do if they say no?
Okay,
Do
Kalimba's
we
just
join
gonna
the PNC?
If the two
Kalimba's
deities say no,
No, if the other team, because the other team we're proposing that we work together to separate all the deities off from this system and together deal with the PNC. But what if they say no and they go for godhood instead?
do we have to tell them about the godhood? Could we
They know
word
about
it
it. They were
differently?
offered,
they have
they were
that option.
directly offered godhood by the gods.
Oh, well, damn.
Yeah. Cat's out of the bag. So now we're trying to convince them that being a flawed god is less ideal than protecting this system forever from flawed gods.
Kalimba's just gonna hold up her dice that turned the floor into liquid previously. You know there's a glass floor with a starry expanse, right? If I can turn it into liquid again, they're just gonna drop.
Well, we have a hatch where we could kick them out of if we needed to, but in that room, we can't die. We would just wake up in the real world. That's the whole point of that room is that we can't
Who's
technically
who's to
kill each other.
say who's to say they would die? What if they just float endlessly in this in that
Eternally
expanse of
trapped.
Right.
unconsciousness?
Well, I don't know. We've never done that before. We've always woken up after one night's rest. We've never stayed in here. So we don't know if there's a time limit to being in here. If we
I
kick
mean,
them out that door, there's a
we
time
could
we
always
maybe
test
will get a
it.
time limit.
We
Sure,
could
but then
always test it.
if we test it, we're throwing away a potential alliance. There's an
So we just want to
opportunity
talk
cost of
them
testing that.
into not taking godhood and into protecting this planet and this universe from these other deities that are kind of just fucking shit up.
Yeah, essentially, my plan, and you guys can all disagree, was because all of the gods except for two good ones, Maniopolis, who is trapped, and the one that's attached to my book, are fled from this system. If the good guys make an agreement where if they can take care of the PNC, which is what their gods are afraid of, then they would essentially build the divine gate around this solar system, which there already kind of is, but where they can't come back. And then this whole system
Where
would
those
be
deities
free.
can't come back.
Yeah, no deities at all. A solar system free from gods tampering and messing with shit. Because the
I
gods have
mean,
been proven to be not they're not omniscient and omnipotent and all good. They're just regular people who were given superpowers.
under your wording, this system could never be truly free of God's influence with me here because I have that connection to that one God in my
Right.
sleep.
Well, the divine gate would either likely cut off all the like powers of clerics and warlocks, etc., or we do a whoop-de-doo, and right before the gate closes, we all just leave.
We leave the planet. We leave the solar system.
Right. We could make this deal, right? Protect this system, get in a spaceship, and right before it like closes, we all just leave. That's another option. Or we could stay and conquer the planet.
We could kick the good people out if we really felt like it after this whole thing is over, because their goals are
So
probably different from ours.
Well, yeah, we don't know what their goals are. Like, so we need to decide what we're gonna do if we all ally up, and then we need to decide what we're going to do if they don't. Like, what's the result
if does
if we
does the
ally up?
two remaining gods put
Yep.
up this? What did you call it? A celestial gate?
Like a divine gate.
A divine gate around the planet or around the solar system, protecting us from the gods that fled and essentially cutting us off. Is that cutting magic off?
It would cut off divine magic, so clerics. Arcane
Okay.
magic would still exist.
Okay. So all gods have left, even like minor ones. Like you just said, warlocks and clerics would lose their divine gifts from their patrons, their deities.
Assuming they leave this gate, yeah. And if that's part of the agreement, right? We're talking to gods right now. I don't know if there are any devilish entities because we still have hell in this solar system on this planet. So fiend warlocks would probably still exist.
Um,
I would guess. I don't know. This is all a crapshoot, right?
yeah, it is. It is a crapshoot. So Ash is
It's all
definitely willing.
speculation.
Right. Well, it's all speculation until we get more information. I have a way to get more information, but we just need to decide where we stand.
Ash is willing
That wasn't.
to
Go ahead, Ash.
convince the good team to convince the good team to not take godhood and to help us protect, I say this with quotations, this planet from these flawed gods. And then our team here, once all that is said and done, will do our thing and take over the planet and make sure they're all ruled by the ones they should be ruled by.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Kiro has already said that he would be willing to work with us so long as I made that deal with him where at the end of my 100 years I would pass on, which I would need to do anyway.
I mean, whatever y'all decide to do, I'm with y'all because y'all saved me back there. So to me, it doesn't really matter what they want, honestly, because they're not the ones who saved me. So
Well, right.
I'm with y'all.
Okay. That's great. Okay, so it sounds like we're Faust. I didn't hear what your opinion was. Are you interested in this plan if they are interested? I know you're skeptical on them being into this,
Only misgiving.
but we could make them swear like a blood pact which has extra magic power here.
Yeah, make them swear something. Fealty?
Yeah.
Allegiance?
Not fealty, just an agreement to the plan, right? Don't take godhood, work with us, take down the PNC, close off this system to the gods so that they can live free. And then whatever riders I need to put on with me and Kiro for my own death.
excessively naive. But
I think this is doable.
Go on,
I
Faust.
will allow you to perform your negotiations without hindrance. I have no reason to stop.
I don't. All I know is that the gods are terrified right now, and that puts us in a very strong position
It does.
for
but the primary
negotiation.
focus should be preserving this world, if that is our intent. I have no intention of
Yes,
leaving this place.
that's fine. That was a secondary option after we saved the planet. Now, if they disagree and they choose to instead be gods, Kiro's gonna be coming for me at some point.
Uh-oh.
God Kiro will be after me.
Then we'll
So
kill
at
him.
that point, we would need to either escape, go into hiding, or acquire enough power to rival a god, which means dealing with Maniopolis, which involves destroying the planet.
Disagree.
I don't want to destroy the planet either.
I mean, if
I
it
agree with
gets
that
to
decision.
that point where it's Kiro's coming after you and the rest of us as a god, I could attempt to subconsciously contact that one god to kind of usurp him from his godhood.
You can try,
Being,
but you would need like hats off. You would need like a cleric ability, contact god, or I can't remember what it was, divine intervention.
I
Like
already,
you would not be
or
able to just like
when
ring
I
them and be like, "Hey, can you just like deal with this for me?"
when I was when I was knocked unconscious after our little encounter with those things,
Right.
that god spoke to me. I saw this world's version of
Right.
the god that released me from my original world.
Sure. But they are likely gone from this planet currently. Because
I mean,
Yeah, for
there
people
are
who
only
have that,
two left. Two good gods left on the planet. So yours is likely just off planet somewhere.
what if I
My only
what if I
thinking is
decide to what if I decide to negotiate a deal to get them to come back here?
I
That
think
only
that
involves me, excluding the rest of y'all.
I would be, but I guess that's the question then. Do we want to make deals with external gods?
God's not
Because
of
so
this universe.
of this, yeah, of this world. I mean, it's this version, this world like sent like place's version of it, but I
I thought the whole point of this was to get out from under these gods who would manipulate us and put us into situations like this.
that would be
Well,
my goal, but
Yeah.
my
but
my
if
concern with calling your god is that mechanically, like, it would take quite a bit to be able to like convince a god to just stroll on over and usurp the current system.
well, I mean,
Like
I was only
there
saying,
are mechanics for that,
hey,
and
I
they're
was
very
only
rare.
saying this is like a backup plan
Yeah,
for if the good team decides they want to go to godhood.
I don't. There's a very real chance that that's going to happen,
I
but
think I can talk
I
them
don't.
out of it if they are thinking to get the godhood.
Right. I don't know what
I
their
mean,
plan is, but
plus they don't know all the legalities of it. It could come with a bunch of drawbacks that just make them very minor gods that don't have a bunch of power.
yeah, there's certainly going to be drawbacks with it, but we need a realistic plan of what we can do, not just asking the wind to blow. Like what is the operable steps that we would take if they did become gods? We know at least one of us has a weapon that can kill gods. We know this. It was confirmed last year at the McVeracity. We have not tested to see which one it is. So we could attempt to kill them. We could attempt to serve them. I mean, that's the question.
And who's gonna bow down to these people genuinely? Because it's
Everyone.
not gonna be me. It's not gonna be me. I'm not gonna be the one bowing down to them.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they become gods, I would not be subservient to them, and I think we could potentially defeat them. Maybe not in combat if they do gain godhood and gain godlike powers. Even minor gods would probably be hard to kill. Even fresh
Mhm.
baby minor gods would be hard to kill. But like
Yep.
gods pretty much lose all their power if they don't have anyone believing in them or praying in them or thinking of them.
That
Right.
is
So
And we
that would involve
could
killing everyone.
no.
No,
no,
but if
no, we
they
could just
become
we could
if they
campaign.
Do we
No.
know
that
that, though? We don't
Yeah.
know that's the
but
mechanic. We don't
but
know
if
that's
they
the mechanic.
but if they just
Mm,
recently become gods, how are people gonna know that they're gods
They won't,
initially?
but my
Unless
question...
they go around campaigning in them, so they will have no belief, effectively nullifying their godhood because
Except
they
we
don't have
don't
belief.
know that's the case. We do not know that mechanic is real. We are assuming right now.
Else, you were saying something?
To say you don't need to kill everybody to make them stop believing. You just
Right,
need to
but
remove the necessity of the deity. The tyranny of the
hard to
deity.
do.
Not so hard.
I mean, it's not going to be. It shouldn't be that hard considering the fact that this world already exists without them being gods. So there's no
Well,
necessity for
there
them
were
to
gods
be
here
gods.
already.
yeah.
Like they're replacing existing gods who have now run away. That's what's
I-
going on.
i.e., they become the concept that god once was, and i.e., mortals believe in concepts because gods are just concepts. That's
Right,
where the
but
belief
they're
comes from.
still making decisions as individuals who are flawed.
Yeah. But that's where the power comes from.
Right?
The
Yeah,
god is an
from the
idea.
concept. Yeah,
Yep.
they
I
will
mean,
naturally manifest. The power will naturally manifest at some point, but we need to make them agree to not bring the power here. So
Kiro's got to wait for you
I
to make that happen.
mean,
if
I mean,
if
it's whatever y'all want to do. I'm down for anything. Whatever y'all think
Okay,
the
so
best decision
we
is,
need a
I'll go along with.
contingency plan. That's what
we
we're
need
trying
an
to come up
escape.
with.
Yeah, we need a way to, because if they become gods, and let's just say they become gods and decide we are a problem, we must be taken out in order to secure their godhood and blah blah blah, and secure peace and blah blah blah. We need a way to hide, a place to hide, and a way to get away. Right?
I mean, can they get here? Like, has a god been able to physically appear
We are
in the
not
pocket
here physically. Oh, in the pocket rocket?
in
No.
the pocket rocket?
But they can appear physically wherever the pocket rocket is and then just destroy it.
Destroy that.
Let me ask you a question. Do the gods go to hell?
I mean,
I hold up
mayonnaise in
my
hell.
spear. I actually made that for this purpose. If I can kill a god or someone with this spear, they will be transformed into a level 1 Lemure devil and sent straight to hell. So if I can,
No.
I would like to kill a god with this spear and send them straight there.
What I mean is, why do you think the P&C established themselves in hell?
Probably a
To
really
collect.
good foothold. That's where a lot of corpses are.
The gods have
Yeah.
no eyes there. It is a hole they chuck their unwanted filth in.
I point at the box. They did until a few minutes ago.
One god who is who is the first piece of offal at the bottom of the pit.
Right. Yeah, I mean it's out of sight, right? We could lay low here, but if we were going to do that, we can't open up the level 2. Otherwise, I was thinking as a contingency, we know we have the key for the level 2, right? Level 2 will not open without us at this point, for we have the penis key.
Yes.
So
We
on level 4, there is level 4 or level 3, there's that spaceship,
Or
which
the
is
aptly named way of that. Just I love that pun, Dicky.
the Dicky.
The Dicky.
Haha, the Dicky.
Dicky.
Anyway,
So
sorry.
we have the key to escape for that spaceship. We went there before and we got our asses handed to us. But now we have a negotiating thing. But first I want to try something, and I go to the chest, I do what I said, and I order a bunch of items, and I mix them all together. So I order a folding boat, and then I order a Spelljammer helm,
The fish suit or whatever.
and then the carpet of flying, and then I
Wasn't
chuck
it
them
a
all
fish
back
thing?
in. Oh, and the fish. Yeah, the fish shoot. I'm wondering too. I don't know if I'll have enough money for that, but I turn to everyone else and I say, this thing can create unique magic items with unique properties that combine other items, and I hold up my spear. This is a combination item that I tested. I'm thinking that we take a folding boat and combine it with a fish suit, and then which makes it airtight, and then combine it with a carpet of flying to create a spaceship.
Folding boat is only small.
No, folding boat, if you read the text, you can make it unfold to a full ship size.
Call it maxes at 20 feet, but
Sure, but there's only 6 of us, and we have the pocket rocket. You put the pocket rocket in the cabin and on the boat. We live in the pocket rocket and fly around in the ship.
what if we put the pocket rocket in instead of a boat?
Oof.
That sounds the shape changing ship sounds like a good idea. I guess a good contingency plan if we need to be on the run.
That's what I was thinking. But so my only issue with putting the if we added in the pocket rocket to this whole mix. Oh, you mean the pocket rocket, the carpet of flying,
The fish
and
thing.
the chair? We wouldn't need the fish thing at that point.
Oh,
We could probably do that because then it would be. I guess the big thing is the helm would have to be able to function from inside the pocket rocket, which is a D&D or a DM question.
Yeah.
Because if so, then I think that's a great idea. We just turn the pocket rocket into a flying
Flying
pocket
pebbles
rocket.
Spelljammer. Like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like the little spaceship from Men in Black 2.
Yeah. So I will order the Spelljammer helm and hand it to Faust and say, can you do legend, lore, or identify to see if this will work?
Try. And I'll cast the spell.
From your amount, make sure you deduct the. How much did I say this now? Or
I'll do the Spelljammer helm first because that's and the carpet of flying because those are the ones that we need the most.
Yeah, I'm going to
Or
the
broom of
carpet.
flying. I don't know which one would be better.
Carpet can hold more,
Okay.
theoretically. Just saying.
Yeah. And it has a higher fly speed, so a 3x5.
It's very rare, so it's expensive, but I don't think you care too much on that note. I was trying to make sure I had those. Very okay. Okay.
Yeah. I have most of my items that I need. I'm just trying to build up the groups. Dash.
97.
Okay, so I guess a hats off question. Ash took a seat at the table during the last eurythmic
Mhm.
veracity, and now has like clear mind connection or has clear memories or thoughts that Kat and also myself take in.
Yeah.
So Ash is aware of the alloy and the alloy that Kat now has in liquid form on their person.
Mhm.
Would she also be aware of the attributes and potential abilities that the alloy may have?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I don't have to roll anything. She just knows.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anything you know, she
That's
knows.
crazy. That's so strong.
So the alloy is supposed to be magic in its like most purest form, making your magic abilities incredibly powerful for a certain amount of time, but at the same time it is incredibly deadly because you get such a surge of magic that it can potentially kill you or deform you.
Hmm.
And it just popped into my head because I was like, is there any way we could use it? Like, could we request it from the chest? Could we just go to Cat and like pickpocket his little jean pocket and get a vial of that stuff and try to do something with it to help our cause?
I mean, if it increases the potency of magic, throwing it in with the pocket rocket combo would probably just make the pocket rocket fly much faster, which is great.
It could make it fly much faster. It could make it bigger.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, maybe it makes the pocket rocket itself larger with a higher capacity for people. Who knows? But
I finally
have
found it. So
oh, go ahead.
5,538 gold is for the Spelljammer helm, which is what you're doing first.
5538. Okay.
Yep.
And then Faust casts his little spell.
Yep. Little spell. Don't diminish that.
Big
spell.
spell. He's very impressive.
It's not the scale of the spell, but how you utilize it. It's not the level of the spell.
It's a legend.
While y'all
lore.
discuss this, Kalima's digging through the crates for any healing supplies for her now punctured foot from stomping on the thing.
Using
I see that. I just go lay on hands. There you go, bud.
Go ahead and roll your healing. And you're using legend lore, just being clear. Faust.
Yes.
You
As
gotta.
requested by Franklin, though I do not understand what it is he wants me to learn.
Do you have a verbal and semantic that you're doing there?
Nothing in particular.
So you open the chest, Franklin, and as you do, it almost looks like it's rising up from the bottom because the chair itself is bigger than the inside of the chest, and it slowly kind of just hovers out and sets down. As it's sitting down, Faust, you're definitely wondering about this particular object, probably having not experienced it in person as Faust. And you just go, what the fuck is this? And put your hand on it, and then you get just a flash of images and stories about these particular items being from and used in the astral sea or the infinite sea. And you are aware that in let me go back over to it. I need to go over to it myself. So I'm not quoting off absolute nonsense. That I have to completely rescind later. I looked it up earlier, but it's making it harder for me to find.
So with this, we could pick up some titanium rods, fly up to space, and then just start dropping titanium rods onto cities that don't fall in line.
Also, I just had an
Oh,
idea
yes. Just start
that
doing
might be
rock
incredibly
rock.
stupid, but so if they ascend to godhood, who's to say we don't just make out of this little concoction, make this pocket rocket absolutely massive, and then just slam it into
Here we go.
Slam it into.
like we drive it and just repeatedly push them further and further into the ground, feeling the weight of a massive pocket rocket crush them.
I believe a god could probably pick up a large pocket rocket. We would need god tier weapons. I look at the spork. What if I put the spork in the chest?
So you learn specifically that this particular chair, once set with a ship, can be used to maneuver or propel it. It does require some sort of propellant to do so, whether it be something that we work out here or not. But it's unclear. Many people use different things, so that part of the story is varied and inaccurate. But a creature has to be, or a player has to be attuned to it to use it as well.
Right.
Which
And,
just attach giant bubble wands to the back of the pocket rocket.
and you're aware that it has to be a ship of some sort. That it has to be
Right.
attuned
So
to.
we need a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we need the folding boat. Sorry. Order a folding boat.
Let's get it.
That is, I just finished that one. 1,336.
Not bad.
Nah,
I put
I'll
the
drop
boat.
that amount.
I put the boat
Oh,
and a chunk
Ash
of
is paying for that?
adamantine back into the chest.
I missed what you said because I was just catching that Mama Ash is paying for that amount, so don't deduct it
That's
from yours,
nice.
Franklin. Ash is
Great.
deducting it from hers. What'd you
Yeah.
say? Adamantine something?
What if I put the folding boat and a chunk of adamantine into the chest? Would it be an adamantine ship or still wooden? And money.
Oh, the money part. How much are we talking here, I guess?
I don't know. Because I still need money to make this work.
Kalimba is gonna walk over to Franklin and just hand him the like portable fortress thingy, and just
Ooh.
and then go sit back down in the chair that she has found.
Okay. Maybe that's smart. I put the portable fortress in there too. So the chair, the folding boat, the portable fortress,
And a chunk of adamantine.
chunk of adamantine. I'll throw in 10 grand, and
See what we get. I guess.
well, I guess the question is we need to create with this legend lore. Does it grant the ability to fly, or does it just allow you to control it with its current maneuverability?
House would get the ever so slight twinge as he's delving deeper. I don't know how long it lasts, but you would know for sure, Faust, that it's whatever it's equipped with. So the ship that is that it.
All right.
That's how it maneuvers.
How much for a carpet of flying 3x5? Very rare.
Oh, I re-rolled it over here. 37,000.
I can't afford that.
I don't even know how much money I have to help with this. So
Okay. Shit.
I don't even know how much. I don't even know how to check how much money I have. So let me just
I
broke.
have.
I'm
Well, we need to buy your items because you came in a little after we divvied up stuff. I've got 29 grand on me, not including the 10 I was going to put in there for the adamantine. Does anyone have anything else that they would be willing to throw in to achieve our giant or spaceship dream?
I can check my inventory.
What else do we need?
need?
How close are we?
If
7,
we
8,
are
8,000.
yeah.
I have a handful of gems. I can cover that 8,000.
I chuck in all of my money.
Um,
We're broke again, bitches.
not quite. Ash still had like 200,000 on her, so.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, we're not broke yet.
Hats off. Hats off.
I'm
not
broke.
everybody knows. Not everybody knows. But anyways, yeah. So,
We chuck them all in.
you shove all these things into this chest, and it's like, it's just a normal sized chest on the inside. So you've got you throw the trunk in the little statue, and then this big box of a folding ship, right? And after
It weirdly
Folding
okay.
the folding
wait.
shift, if it's like, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, wait, what about the carpet though? Are you getting that first and then putting that in there with it too? Because that was just for the carpet that you were talking about. That 37,000 was just for.
Yeah. Well, that I've been deducting money. So I was at 29 after buying the helm, after buying the folding boat.
Yeah.
So we needed like that additional 8,000 just for the carpet.
Yeah.
Which I think we now have.
Okay, so you put all of that in there without any extra gold, right? With the carpet.
Look at Mama Ash. We might need a few more gems just in case. Oh,
Okay,
and the
I
pocket
pull out.
purchase.
I pull out an 8 stack of rubies. It says they're about 40,000.
Oh my god.
I drop 8 rubies into the box.
All right.
Damn, Mama Ash.
Kalimba's just watching this from afar, letting little ideas pop in her head.
And who's trying to close it? Because this thing is crammed.
Kalimba's gonna jump on it.
Help Franklin close it.
Cast reduce.
Kalimba's gonna try to jump on her.
Have that spell prepared.
Oh, you know what? I think I have that spell ready too.
Everybody could try to do the suitcase thing, like, I gotta fit all the shit in there. Everybody jump on it.
Sure.
But that's what Kalimba wants to try to jump on it. Kalimba's gonna try to jump on it.
Combined acrobatics. So everyone that's doing it, roll acrobatics.
Oh god.
All right.
Acrobatics. Bruh. You got all my worst stats.
Will we break the?
Not great.
It's magic. Hopefully it won't break.
Hold on.
I see an 8 and a 9 so far.
I got an 11.
11. All right. Is Faust just watching this shit show?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Probably orders a drink over by the goblin from him. You get like a steaming cup of something, and while you're sipping, you see these guys jumping on the chest, and it doesn't quite latch, but you guys all feel a sudden kerchunk, and everything it seems to close, but again I said, it doesn't latch, and then you guys probably would stumble from that. I don't think any damage, but you'd be knocked prone probably from trying to all jump on this chest.
Kalimba is going to walk over to the crates and grab like a moderately sized one and try to sit it on top of the crate, the chest to close it.
As you're picking up the crate, you see that you've walked back over, and that the chest itself has seemed to latch itself, and you hear this grinding, just like horrible, like 90s internet sound, just from the chest.
Oh, that's awful.
That nice dial up.
Yeah.
I think we overloaded it.
And I'm guessing someone's going to go over to try to open it.
Once it's
Kalimba
done.
wants to open it. Why not?
It starts doing the like
when
You
it's
know,
done,
go out
Calenda's
and
gonna
talk
open
to
it.
one another, and they just start to like shake really fast. That's what it's doing.
Yeah. Yeah. And you say you go over to try and open it, Kalimba?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to open it. Why not?
And you go to unlatch it, and the latches won't budge, and there's kind of this sensation, almost a shock that you get when you touch the chest. Nothing like damaging, it's just like a static shock.
Linda's gonna use the rubber part of her boot and try to kick the latch open.
Determined to hurt yourself today. You go to go to kick the latch, and as you do, the chest tips over, and stays latched, and you see on the bottom of the chest a what looks like to be a countdown of sorts, and gives it an 8 with an H next to it.
8 hours.
8 hours? Okay.
That's fine. This is doing. We now have a united approach for Team Evil on if the good guys join us or if the good guys don't join us.
Wait, what happened? I had to take my earbuds out. I just missed all of that.
We have a timer. We have to wait.
Oh, how long?
The item is
8
currently
hours.
baking.
Dude,
Can I roll like some kind of check to try to figure out how long? Like an
It would be an
inside?
It'd be an Arcana. It does have an 8 with an H next to it, though, on the bottom of the chest. When you tried to kick it, you didn't hurt yourself or anything like that. It just tipped the chest over, and you'd seen on the bottom this
I'm gonna
8
roll. I'm gonna
with an
roll an
H.
Arcana check just because I can, and it's probably not gonna hurt anything. A 3.
You want to tell me how you're trying to Arcana check it?
She's just trying to figure out what the H means. Like I don't know. Like
Um,
she's assuming hours, but she doesn't know for sure.
with a 3, it's not coming to you. You're like tracing the H with your finger, and you're like 8 hot dogs, 8.
That is something she do fully. So this is Columbus
Um,
just gonna go order like a water from the goblin at the bar, and then go sit back down.
he gets a he comes up.
She got frustrated.
Here you go. We don't have a lot of good water, so I would drink on that sparingly. You might shit your pants later. But
Do I have purified water? Is that something is that an ability I have? Can I do
I
that?
don't know. I don't know. Do you?
I don't know. That's the problem.
I gotta look at that character
Just
sheet. Yeah. What you call it? Faust, what you're drinking though seems to warm your bones a bit, and the goblin says, "I gave you the last of some tea leaves I found. I think that might help you though." And you feel that spell slot coming back. You're welcome.
nice.
Kalimba wants to swap her water out for a glass of orange juice because she thinks it might be cleaner.
Don't know what an orange is, but we got some fire fruit.
Close enough.
Yeah, we need to stock up on food at some point once we escape hell.
Yeah. Our stores are getting low.
Or after this chest finishes what it's doing, we could just buy some.
That's true. But more importantly, should we go back and try to finish negotiations before the world ends this weekend?
We should definitely do that.
I think the more important thing is that we should go attend to Ezra because this has been a minute.
Oh yeah, he's probably lost his shit. Let's go check
Speaking of
out
which,
what's happening over there.
yeah, so we're gonna resolve whatever was going on there first before you guys come in. So
So, yeah.
camera switched back over. Is Faust actually, or I mean, not Faust. Sorry, stuck on that. Grand Dam is Grand Dam, truly changing,
Oh
shifting.
yeah, if we're doing this, we're doing this.
I
I've already rolled a 28 to pounce on you, so let's do this.
I think he did say that he was shifting first because he was going to try and eat you, and that's when you said you were going to pounce. So I just wanted to let him shift first before you try to pounce on him.
Yeah, we're going to turn into a grizzly bear.
Let's
Okay.
go, baby.
Very accurate.
And we're going to have the distended maw, extra armor, and I need to pull up my own subclass.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to use this today. All right, yeah, distended maw. We're going to buy 5 points of armor and 5 points of temporary, 25 temporary HP onto this. And the grappling claws.
Yeah,
Zero
this is
Zero is just gonna move to stand a little behind Kiro and Kat as he watches this unfold.
I offer you some popcorn out of a bag I pull out of somewhere.
So we're all just standing in one little cluster watching this.
So, all right, you does a 28 hit the bear?
28 will hit the bear, but 28 will hit the bear. My
Ezra gonna hit the bear.
Let me pull up my character sheet just in case I feel like getting involved in this.
13 bludgeoning, just whew, and assuming hose dominating.
52 HP plus 25, so 77.
Let's see.
How much
It's
you said?
18?
13
17?
13.
13.
Okay.
My bad.
And then I get to hit you again. And it's all non-lethal. He is just doing this for dominating purposes. 29.
Okay. 29 hits.
Take another 13.
Yeah.
Quit hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself.
Grand Dam is going to attempt a multi-attack. He's also not going to try and kill him, but
Zero's just gonna walk over and sit by Kat.
let's see
You
here.
can't move currently
Oh.
unless we all roll initiative, which is something I lacked to do. Because it was just those two, so I was just gonna let it go back and forth.
Oh, well, I'm fine with that.
Let's see here. Grizzly Bear strength is +4.
Oh, look at the grizzly bear figure. So adorable.
I know, right?
That is cute.
Wait, Ezra got to look pretty too now. He's doggy
yeah.
mode. Yeah,
I gotta
you
find
gotta-
that token.
Yeah.
Or are they like shoving the chairs out of the way to try to fight each other and everything?
You think we care
Oh.
about chairs? Funny.
Probably getting
Those
the
chairs are
first
getting
one's probably-
crushed.
Yeah, I was gonna say the first one's probably getting crushed under a grizzly bear.
I need a D20 because I'll just roll it in over here and add my modifiers as needed because my character sheet Circle of the Broken Mirror doesn't exist in a
Yeah.
D20, so
One day it
Claw.
will. In
Claw misses, followed by Claw. That one's probably going to hit. 18
that gonna miss. They're gonna miss.
plus,
Oh, there's pluses.
yes, there's pluses. It's his spell modifier because no, not this time. It'll be just his strength. Where is it? Where is it? God damn it!
It's a
God
bear.
damn
How
it,
do you?
Bobby.
23.
23. Oh, just got me. Just got me.
Jesus.
2d6
Oh yeah, you are an
plus 4.
AC powerhouse now.
9 damage.
He's 9.
Oh no! It's 2d6 plus 4, so 13 damage.
13. Okay.
Yeah. And then the bite. Oh, please hit. 15, and I think
It'd be 5, right? Because you just did 18, and it was 23. So 20.
Yeah. No.
no. I'm reading something.
Oh yeah, the bites sometimes are different. That's right. Because it's a
I
different.
just
attacking
realized
weapon.
something.
Hmm.
During the actual fight, I was rolling nat ones, but then earlier with a deception check against you, I rolled a nat 20. So I
Be
don't.
how be.
That be how it
Because
be.
Rick, I have you. Okay, so because I hit you with my claws and I have the crushing claws thing, you are now grappled.
Do I have to make a strength save for that, or an acrobatics
Not
for that?
until your
No,
your
but
turn, I think, right?
for this you're going to need to. You're going to need to make a strength saving throw equal to my spell save DC.
Ooh.
Strength saves.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're good at those. Come on. I really want you to
Whew.
fail.
I'm
I need to. I
very
need to hear.
tempted to get involved in this, but I'm just gonna let it play out because I don't want to roll initiative.
I know. I
Oh
know
wait, I
how.
get advantage on those. No wait, that's Dex's. Is it
I
advantage
need.
on Dex? No, it's advantage on Dex.
Hold on.
Not strength.
Josh is trying to speak.
I was just gonna say I need to hear some dog and bear noises too from this. So the snarls and yips and barks.
Grr, arg.
So that'll be a 16. I'm pretty sure that does not meet your does
That
not meet
will
your
fail.
threshold.
The bear unhinges its jaw and begins to swallow you like a snake.
Oh
Oh,
my!
it's gonna be. This is
Forcing
gonna
you
be.
down his gullet with his crab claws.
Starting with the head, I'm guessing.
Yes.
So next turn, holding your breath, trying to remember. It's based upon your
It's a
constitution.
constitution. It's a number of rounds equal to your constitution modifier.
Yep.
Before you start, suffering damage from being suffocated.
I think you just fall unconscious after that. Actually, after you meet the rounds per constitution. Because I ran into this. I ran into this with a garrote. Very OP
Yeah.
weapon, no damage.
Yeah.
To really, it's like 1d8 or something stupid, but it's like freaking. You just hold it on to them and they're unconscious.
So the rest
matter
of us
the
That
are
was a
just,
very good
are
combo.
just entertained with the popcorn, watching Grandam try to swallow Ezra whole.
So
This is
now
crazy.
you hear the barking from the inside of a bear.
I'll say now. Wait, how does it come to getting out? Is it still the same spell DC, or is it a
They must make
athletics?
a survival check against the druid spell DC to find their way out of the void.
Oh, it's a survival check. Oh, because you're a void bear. Fun.
It's a little. You are inside of like a pocket dimension inside of Grandam. Right?
Sierra's just
That-
gonna lay on the floor, just same spot, just lay down, facing
That
the
feels
ceiling.
weird.
How's
But
it
then
going,
again,
buddy?
Ezra's
It's a lot. This place is crazy.
Does the bear burp?
he's about to. Ezra's going to use all of his force to literally kick his way out of him.
I need to make the escape roll more clear on what it is. Like,
Yeah, I think it should probably just be your spell DC, man. It really.
No, it is against the
should-
spell DC. But
For
Yeah,
other
spell DC,
monsters,
right?
for other monsters that are similar to this, because I love monsters that swallow people. They're great. There's like two parts to it. First, you get grappled, right, and you have a chance when it comes back to your turn to escape the grapple. before you're fully swallowed or engulfed, or
Yeah, that's what I probably need to. I need to make it
Yeah,
Harder.
reword
at
this.
at the start of the
Hey,
next turn
I
they
just
begin
wanted
to.
to have. I just wanted him to swallow
Oh,
Ezra
dude.
and then throw him up.
it's
That's all I
beautiful.
want.
Oh no, Ezra's about to have some fun. So, bonus action. We're going big mode. So we're done being a little doggy. We're going big doggy time.
Well, you're still inside a void inside of Grand Am. I don't.
I know you're just feeling that the meal in your mouth just got a lot bigger.
No, you.
Len,
You
he's
see
gonna.
Grand Dam's belly begin to swell like he's pregnant.
You haven't
Or
swallowed me
foreshadowing.
yet. You haven't swallowed me yet, Bubba. Does a
According to
20
his,
get out of? Does
Go
a
ahead.
20 get out of your mouth?
It will. Yes.
Sweet. Now he's going to do. Now he's gonna have fun with you. He's gonna hug and wrap around you in a big old bear hug.
I imagine
Just-
what happened is like you swallowed him, and then he's inside the void, and there's still like a little point left from where you had swallowed him, like where he came in, and he just swims back through the void to that direction with that.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure 17 does not touch
That
him
one's gonna be like Ace Ventura.
in teddy bear bear
Yeah.
mode
17 to do what? To grapple.
to grapple you. It'd be contested, so my grapple versus you.
Okay. Well, I'm not. I don't have a +4 because brown bears aren't that strong, really. Like in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's Cosmic Warriors.
roll this, but it's a +2 on top of it. Oh, not 20. Yeah, no. 24.
Sadness.
I'm just
Grand
gonna
Dam
wrap
see-
myself
gives
in
you
my
like a
wings
hug,
and
we just
curl up in
enter
like a
like
cocoon on the floor.
I put a blanket on him.
That's
Think he's really depressed, guys.
Yep.
Zero's just so over it.
is that when we say the other crew comes back out of the pocket rocket and sees
Sure.
an arm coming out of a bear's mouth, and
Oh no, Ezra's out. He's out now.
They see the escape.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I would say that'd be a good time for us to just pop back into existence.
I look at Kiro and I just shake my head.
Oh,
We're
Kiro
going to
is
let justice
giving you that
happen.
same look. Yes.
Okay. Franklin walks over to his friend curled up on the floor, or to the other person curled up on the floor. He's just like, "Hey, are you okay?"
Zero's not gonna say anything, but his wings are just gonna flutter slightly behind him before re-wrapping around him.
Okay. All right. Well, like,
And then I'm doing this just because I know that like they can't get hurt, but upon and I want to get involved in this. This seems funny, but upon re-entering and seeing Ezra crawl out of the bear's mouth, Kalimba's gonna immediately chuck both of her fans at the bear. Just no hesitation, full force, just
Friendly
lob
fire.
her fan.
Do it. Oh wait, no, that's not friendly fire. That's right.
No,
Faust came out. I keep getting that.
Kalimba's gonna lob her fans at the bear.
Okay.
What do I
Roll
roll?
the hit.
Hold up. I gotta read my. What is my? What does it do? Like, is there a specific stat for it, or like?
If you're
I mean,
on your
I
character
mean,
sheet, it should be already in there. Since I put it all in there for you, you should be able to just roll to hit with it. It's that. Go to campaign.
Okay, I see it.
Okay.
I see it. It
Under
don't
the
matter. I
attack.
just got a D6 anyways. It ain't finna do nothing.
Oh no, that's the damage.
Oh well. What do I roll then?
You're
With
going.
D20.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a D20, and then it's gonna be.
Plus the hit DC or
Yep.
whatever.
Yep, exactly.
I got a 9.
Plus 6.
I got a 3 plus 6, so it's a 9.
It just flies off.
That's not gonna hit the bear. You see,
She's gonna
it
call her
being
fans back
shuffled
to
like-
her.
Okay,
She's
so
just gonna
you
hold
to be
both of her
clear,
hands out and call her
not an
fans
empty
back
bear.
to her.
It's a grizzly bear with giant crab claws, chitinous crab-like armor, and a mouth that looks like it can distend and swallow things whole like a gulper eel.
Kiro just looks over to you, Kalimba, and just gives you the finger of, mine.
The fan
Kalimba's
just
not gonna care. She's just not. Like, she sees Ezra getting hurt, and she's just in full like defensive mode. Like he could come for any of us next.
No,
Oh, Ezra's fine. Ezra's fine.
Grand Dam just wants to pop.
Yeah, Ezra's having fun.
But Kalimba called her fans back to her because they just bounced off.
so sounds like the combat has settled down when everybody
Yeah.
comes back in.
They're,
Okay.
they're gonna. I say they're just kind of like having like a non-hyper aggressive like sumo wrestling match in the background. Neither of these
Yep.
two need to be involved in negotiations, so this is fine.
Kalimba's still gonna have her fans in her hands, just watching them out of the
Pretty
corner of
much
her eye in
suplex.
case anything escalates.
18 athletics. Let's go. Sumo. Let's go.
We're
Give me
doing
some.
athletics checks. Let's see. Grand Dam is not trained in athletics. Oh wait, no, he isn't. Okay, I was about to say like no shot.
Hero's just gonna stand up and while they're fighting in the
Mitchell, let's do
corner.
this.
So have y'all come to a decision yet, or do we still gotta wait longer?
21 athletics.
Oh, this is fun.
This is stupid.
I mean, this is Ezra's life. This is Ezra's life here, bub.
So you guys just bumping
Yeah,
bellies
they're
back.
just
We're
gonna
gonna get
sumo
to-
back and forth.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna
Um,
hardcore sumo.
So
It's background. It's background nonsense now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zero's
Frank-
gonna hand his blanket to Rarl that he gave him and like brush himself off from the floor and cross his arms. So have y'all come to a decision yet, or do we still have to wait here longer?
Let's see. Which one was
Oh.
this one? Was that
Oh.
Zero or
That
or
was
Kalimba?
Zero.
Zero. That
That
is
was
not
Zero.
Kalimba. Kalimba would not sound like that. That's
Uh,
the bitchy.
The bitchy
That's
Asimar with attitude problems.
We had to upgrade up. We had to let our allies know what was going on. Get up to speed on that. I hope you did the same. I don't see the admiral here, so who's making this decision?
You're dealing with me, undead.
Walk
I just
forward.
want to point out that I may be aligned with them. He just like open palm gestures to Kiro. But I'm still free to make my own decisions. I will help y'all of my own accord if I really feel like it. So
Does
I
Kat-
just am here.
Thank you.
Does Kat have anything to interject onto that too?
Yeah. Now that she's up to date.
Cat is eating popcorn and just watching the carnage between the two beastmen.
But then Franklin.
I just remembered that Zero has that intergalactic moonshine brewing.
Okay. So yeah, even to Franklin's response of who is he talking to, basically, of who's making the decision.
Oh, okay, yeah. At that, Cat would perk up. And I'm guessing that Cat would have been caught up to the point, like, they asked us to be deities, and we're here to make a decision about that or not.
Mm-hmm.
They were offered.
Updated you.
Yeah, they were offered godhood in order to protect the planet, so to speak.
And Kira would have told you. He said that's a bad idea, and it's no. You should not do it.
To become a god.
Yes, we should not. We should not delve into divinity.
And
Cat
while they were gone,
wholeheartedly agrees. Mhm.
Zero also agrees, but he agrees due to the fact that he is already part angelic, so he believes that he is close enough to godhood to not want it.
And
Bruh.
I'm guessing Rarl has some choice things he's keeping to himself.
Yeah, I mean, Raul doesn't super comment on this. Man, I don't really know what his opinion would be. Like, he'd love to be a god, but he'd love it. But he's gonna keep quiet because he knows there's a lot of other things happening. So,
But
I will do whatever you guys decide. But you know,
But before
being a goat.
decisions are finalized, Zero has made it very clear that he acts of his own volition and does not group himself in with anybody.
Hmm.
So you're
Third
really
party.
dealing with for the group. Franklin is dealing with Kiro, but there's gonna have to be a separate thing for Zero, just
Cool.
because.
I hand you a business card. You could chat
you
with
have that?
us privately with that.
Let
Hmm.
me see something.
Rarl does, I think.
Does Kiro teach Zero
Yeah,
the
rural.
pecking order?
The what?
Does Kiro
Kiro
teach Zero the
Zero.
pecking order?
That's funny.
Zero still won't care. He thinks he's better than everybody else. He does not care.
See?
Kiro just looks
Like,
over to you. I will introduce you to the pecking order when we get back.
because in Zero's mind, he thinks that because he is descended from an angel, he's better than everybody else automatically, just based off of a like, I guess, moral standpoint.
So you're all about blood purity.
And
Oh God!
Great.
I don't know what that means, but if you think it fits, then sure.
Hey, it means you think that just because you have a certain type of blood in you, you're naturally better than other people.
Well, Zero believes in that. Yeah, that would be very
Yeah.
much so.
Have
He
you ever
thinks just that
considered
just
a
because he's
genetic map?
angelic, he's better than everybody else, and that he could
Right.
do no wrong in the eyes of, oh, I could end up in hell from this. Like he thinks there's no shot he's going to hell just because he's an angel.
He does realize he's in hell. Or no, he's on the good team.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
So he
that's
thinks
right.
there's no shot that he's going to end up there.
No
Like
chance.
I can never sin. I do no wrong. Like that kind of.
You and Kiro should get along great then.
How humble he will become.
Right.
Yes,
So
Mr.
we sit
Humble.
down at the table again once everyone has been kind of caught up and done their own side chats
Sitting with
with a piece of
the
paper in the
cat.
center.
Sitting with Cat next to him. Yep.
So you've had some time to think it over. Really, the ball is in your court. You're the ones who are on the verge of becoming deities and ruling over this land with your divine wisdom.
We
Or,
have no inclinations to seek the realm of the gods. We only wish to serve.
Might be a good idea to like get the power and weapons though.
You're doing fabulous over there, Master Grandam. Doing fabulous over there.
Yeah.
and what does your team think about the option to attempt to you guys negotiate with your deities to create a divine gate? You said you want to serve the deities, but what if serving them is becoming a god, is it not? You don't want to become a
No.
god, so are you also on board with the idea of creating a safe haven? A zone of no gods in this system?
There's always going to be
Where
a god.
does
in
your
this system.
allegiance? I don't think that's true. You could.
All
What do we know as the
things
facts?
come to death. All things come to death, child. All things.
And I put the black book on the table. You're damn right they do. And we've already discussed that.
While they have this
So
conversation,
there will
because
always be a God here.
while they have this
Let Zero go.
conversation, because Ciro aligns his belief a little more with Franklin, he's gonna walk over and stand closer to the evil side than he is Kiro and his.
Oh, drama.
Our first crossover, or our second
Oh,
team swap up. That could be instrumental. Hey, thanks, man. That's gonna be interesting to see where you end up after this. Anyway, so I look back at Kiro and the others. I say, so you're not going to become deities,
no.
which leaves only the plan we've created to rid the world of the PNC. But you've said
Yes.
nothing about if you will try to make an agreement to separate this system from the meddling of gods. We are in this problem because of them. We are here, not in our homes, because of them.
So
Because of their
I look at-
direct meddling.
Yeah, they directly
I-
took you from your home.
yes, you're right. Your gods took me from there. But there's one God here that has not done anything abhorrent. There is one God here that has shown his mercy.
Who's
And
that?
that is your Lord. That is your Lord of Death. He is neutral. He is just. He is uninterested in what you do.
Everyone will die. We're not trying
Of
to
course.
suggest creating a world free from death. We just don't want them to have direct influence here. We don't want them to come down as physical entities and interact with people as they are,
never-
as they can.
The gods only show us their mercy when it is time for us to see them. But I do agree, the vassals are more effective than the gods themselves. Much like
Look at the
how
others.
we now have an accord, Mr.
I
Franklin.
think so. I start
I
writing
will allow-
terms of the contract.
My terms are simple. You, your party, may escape, get out, leave the hellish hellscape that you're in. We will work together to take out the PNC. After 100 years, and I plan on staying here 100 years, when that is over, you and me will walk hand in hand to the other side. And then I will leave your plane to go home to myself.
I don't think you can leave this plane.
I'm sure
That's
I
the
can
whole
find
problem.
someone. I'm sure I can find someone omniscient, powerful enough to take me home. But if not, I'll serve your world as I serve mine. And the first duty bound is make sure all souls are ferried to their next life.
Need to add an addendum, though.
And that is,
If I die prematurely,
if you die prematurely,
we don't want that. So I'm laying out. If I die prematurely, this whole plan ends because there will still be this evil book that allows a god direct influence in this world.
then I will
So
make a
I
deal with
need.
you. That's
You
even
will have
further
to
to that.
accompany me.
An addendum. I will make another addendum. Should you fall before your time, or before the time we prescribed, I will take upon your book, and I will sit upon the book as its guardian until the end of my days.
You do realize you would have to kill someone every couple days. An innocent you have to commit evil to retain this book.
Or
Also,
where's the other
just
option?
because I die doesn't mean you're it may just up and vanish. I'm saying for the 100 years until my timer is up, you will come with me and our group, protect me, and assist us until such time as I can pass on. And then we can truly free this system of gods.
Counteroffer. We stop the PNC. We let everyone live their lives. And myself and you will find ourselves a quiet place all to ourselves for the rest of your life.
I want to live, though. I have never had a life. I want to live.
We will find a place very nice. You will be able to do whatever you want. So long as we keep that book and you safe. You want to go fishing?
Oh,
We'll go fishing. You want to go exploring? We'll go exploring.
I write the terms of those out.
I
Am
will
I-
be your guardian and you will be my ward until you pass on.
Ward? Like a
Yes.
student? I am no one's student.
More like you're my charge, so anything you do, I will be responsible for, meaning I will be the one responsible for disciplining you for messing up. And I,
You
in
could
turn,
certainly try.
will be the one, and
This
I will
is
be
where-
the one who protects you.
I don't.
This is where Ciro's gonna interject and look directly at Kiro. You basically this whole time you've been talking about how you don't need to descend to godhood because you don't want to be better than everybody else. But here you are putting yourself above Franklin, saying you're gonna discipline him if he messes up. So are you really saying that you're not above everybody else, or are you? Because it's really not well defined here.
Yeah, you really don't have a position to judge my actions, especially considering in order to retain this book, I have to commit evil.
And then you're just
I'm
gonna hear
not.
like, then you're just gonna hear Ciro like sassily suck his teeth and then check his nails while he waits on Kiro's answer to his, I guess, accusation almost.
Yeah, I'm gonna note.
Ki-
Ash doesn't really
Kira-
like the way that you're dictating to Franklin.
Kiro will not even acknowledge Zero, because that's the one he's kind of pegging in that you suffer from vanity, so he's not even going to acknowledge you spoke and continue speaking to Franklin.
Damn.
Let us put it this
Ciro-
way:
Ciro's
Me and
gonna walk
you-
up and slap you for that. Like actually, Ciro would walk up and slap you for that.
he may try.
Because Ciro's whole backstory is that he was literally banished to hell for being too vain. So, but he will walk up and slap. He will walk up and slap you for not acknowledging him. So, what do I roll for that?
Attack roll.
Fuck
It would be an unarmed. It'd be an unarmed attack roll.
unarmed strike.
Okay, a 15.
No, not even a chance.
What is yours?
But right now 18.
Okay.
But
so
out
you
of
would
respect,
probably get it, but it just wouldn't. It'd just be like, it wouldn't be like an attack. Like it would make contact. It just wouldn't do any damage.
That was his intent. He wasn't looking to hurt. He was just looking to like, kind of like wake him up a little bit.
and to answer you in kind, he will
Look over at Cat. This team is really gonna work out.
31
Cat chuckles and is
Non-lethal.
like, I can
31
definitely see it.
non-lethal. as you
That
Want
would
to
still deal
yeah.
damage.
Oh no,
That doesn't-
he's doing non-lethal. He's butt striking him with the hilt in the gut.
What do you butt strike to level 1 so hard they just died?
Oh, I hope God it does not. But see, non-lethal allows it for you not to drop them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't
Yeah.
drop below 0, so you would
Yeah.
you would strike him and still do damage. It just wouldn't kill him.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
unconscious.
You just knock them out, yeah.
Oh! 0. How much
much
health do you
damage?
have? How much health do you have?
25.
Okay, good. But okay.
I mean,
Good.
you can't kill me anyways. I just wake up with my
Yeah, I know.
um
That's the best.
intergalactic moonshine, so it wouldn't
Yep.
take
Okay.
me any.
17. So yeah, no.
17 damage. But you
Non-lethal.
definitely
Non-lethal.
get the wind knocked out of you at that point too.
He's
Just
just gonna drop back. He's just gonna drop back in a kneel and like gasp for his breath before you hear the heels of his boots clicking back around to go stand by Franklin again after he recovers.
Hey, bud.
My apologies, Franklin. We were discussing.
Yeah. Look over. Man, we really need to work on our manners if we're going to be able to work together.
Faust is going to lean onto the table.
The bud.
We are losing sight of what is important at this time.
100%.
I agree.
We need a plan on how to deal with the PNC.
We've got that plan.
Hardly.
We killed them all.
How? We break the seal. Team Evil breaks the seal of the 2nd level of hell. We join the PNC, right? Or sneak on their ship. Wait until they start taking off. After they launch and before they get to the moon when everyone's on the ship, we release the giant ocean's worth of holy water into the ship, flooding it, and hopefully killing everyone.
Then why? And allow me to ask a different question. What
What?
role do they have in the plan?
Giving us the bottle of holy water.
Couldn't we just ask for that though from the chest? Do we really need them? That's
Well,
gonna
we
be
need an ocean's worth of holy water.
That's gonna be Kalimba asking.
I mean, I look at Columba and I put my finger to my lips, and I just say, they don't know about that.
And how do we intend on retrieving it from them? Are we going to?
Eurythmic veracity. We can share items physically.
I don't know what you're speaking of.
This
I am
upcoming
confused.
Friday before our next session, we're going to all the sky, and I point up at the sky. There's a bunch of planets that are going to line up, and then we will gain knowledge of each other, and I point at the different pairs. You guys are mirror opposites or twinned pairs to each other. At Eurythmic, you will gain each other's knowledge, insight, and memories.
I was just going to look at Grandam, look back to Franklin, and just say,
Yeah. No, I mean, you can refuse to drink the reality as well and not do this. But there will be like a split second where you will. You will.
So with I'm assuming since I'm not gonna be there, the shared memories does not apply to Kalimba and Zero.
correct.
Okay. I was just double-
So for
Kira looks down to Cat. Are you the mirror reflection? I mean, it might not be, but he sort of sounds like Rarlson, but I'm just making sure. You're not the reverse of him, are you?
Of Rarlson?
No. The reverse of the undead.
Franklin.
Rarl looks over. That would be me.
Why am I not surprised?
correct.
I point at
All right.
Ezra. That's your opposite.
Kiro just kind of grins. I'm like, Doing all the things I want to do right now. I'm pretty sure. Are Ezra and Garandam still going on in the background?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
You
I
guys
was.
wanna-
He's grinning at that thought process. Everything he would love to do. Restraint.
you guys have drawn a circle on the ground at this point and are now trying to force each other out of it, like real sumo style. So
There's a
I
big
wanna-
salt circle there that they could use.
Yeah. I don't
Uh,
remember the role of the first athletics actually.
And Dan was winning.
Grandam
Yep.
has pushed Ezra 5 feet towards the edge of the circle. There is 5 feet behind him, but you guys could roll again just for funs.
Oh god, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, yes.
Another
Yes!
nat 20.
Nat 20,
26.
32. 32, baby.
Was it
He's
natural
going.
though?
Nat 20.
It was natural 20,
Oh,
32.
God damn it.
oh, two
You guys
nat
are holding
20s.
each other's ground and just grunting with
Oh
Ki-
yeah.
Our
with
muscles
Ez-
gleam.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you actually have athletics. Okay, that's what it is.
and
Does a
and
bear
and,
have athletics?
No.
and
Man, why don't they have skills like fucking Pathfinder monsters? This sucks.
you guys are still pushing on each other, and you are still winning, Grandam. Currently, there is 5 feet to the edge left. It is a 10-foot circle. You guys started in the center, so one more push will get you over there, and you guys are tied right now. So, anyways, back to the real discussion.
Well,
Yep.
while y'all do the discussion, I'm gonna say that Zero has found a really reflective spot in the floor of glass and is like fixing his teeth and his hair and like his wings from being hit in the stomach.
Oof. That guy's not going to age well.
But then Kalimba's still invested in this conversation. So
All right, to finish this
being
up,
that she's the only one who can be in the holy water without dying. So
Mhm. So to finish this up, the agreement as it stands, both teams reject godhood. Both teams
Yes.
negotiate will negotiate on their own parts if possible. The removal of gods from this solar system, in return for dealing with the PNC.
Yes.
After the PNC has been dealt with and the gods have been confirmed to be locked away, Kiro will travel with Franklin and protect him for 100 years. I will not give you judgment over the things that I do.
Hero
But
will add an
in
addendum. They have to
Sure.
be bad. In order for you to
What
commit
has
an
to be
evil
bad?
act, they have to be bad. The thing you kill must be evil. It's still an evil act. You have to perform an
Is
evil
it?
act in order
I
to.
guess
In order
that
to.
depends on the definition of an evil act. Is it
And
an
we said
evil act to kill like a skeleton, like an evil creature?
as
good
long as it is
good
for
and
the
bad
betterment of
subjective.
a single individual versus the many, basically,
Oh.
is the defining fact of evil in this world.
Okay.
Good and bad are subjective, and I will forever stand on that.
I agree with
I
you
will-
100% hats off wise, but the agreed
We need a
upon
mechanic.
terms, the mechanic for this world is that it is the
Selfish
individual.
versus
Yeah,
Jedi
exactly.
versus Sith.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Um,
in this case, Zero would be considered evil.
Pretty much. But that's okay. We'll figure something out there.
and then I'll add one addendum to that, unless no other opportunity presents itself, because I will die if I do not continue to commit evil.
Agreed.
And then after 100 years, maybe 101 day, 100 years in one day, just to be super safe that we don't miss the count.
100
I
in
will.
one day.
That
Well,
reminds me.
100 years in one day.
100 years in one day.
After that time period, and all of the other gods are out of this sphere of influence and remain out, I will allow myself to pass on, which will take the black book, which is the last connection that a god may have here, and banish it away for 1d10 times 100 years. And this corner of the universe will be free from the direct control of gods and allowed to do its own thing.
One addendum.
And then sure.
All gods minus the god of death, so that souls may properly pass on.
An irrelevant update.
Yeah.
But a very important.
I mean, that's true, because if they couldn't leave, then they would just kind of mill around, right?
Spirits just trapped on the mortal plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he is
All right.
asking for that one particular.
Right. And I'll outline that as that is like for souls to be ferried away with no loopholes. I'll just write with no loopholes in the contract.
Guys should
This is
actually,
how we should write the Constitution, guys. Just put no loopholes.
Find everything. No loopholes.
guys should
No
definitely
takesies, backsies.
Boom. And then
Right.
I will
write this
sign.
one out at some point.
Yeah. I'll sign it with the blood and then start passing it around the table for everyone who is willing to sign.
Kira
Columbus
will
gonna
ask.
sign it.
Kira
Columbus
will
gonna
ask.
sign it, but Zero is not. So
Yeah, Kira's gonna ask Ash to make sure it's legally like it. All the legalities are present. There's no hidden writing anywhere.
Kira will ask Ash.
Not Ash. Cat. Because out of the two of them,
Oh, like illusionary
yeah,
script.
yeah, just make sure there's no,
Oh, okay.
tomfoolery.
Oh, okay, so Cat will walk over just because he's been sitting on the table this whole time, just watching. Walk across the table to the contract and inspect it. Arcana and just a regular investigation. Wait, that's the wrong character sheet.
that's what I was doing a while ago.
No, I
getting
just had the
difficult
one
with
open
you.
the whole time.
Because like when Zero went to slap Hero, I was looking at it and I was like, Zero doesn't have any weapons equipped. This doesn't look right.
Oh boy, guys, we
Okay,
came to an
so-
agreement.
Finally, okay. So an Arcana check, and then also an investigation.
Okay, Kalimba, or after you do
Ooh,
this, that's not what I want to do.
That's so awesome.
I'm a very observant chicken.
Next to the captain, you're Kira, one of Kira's favorite people.
let me see here.
Rara
We
looks
know
over you.
we know who his least
We
favorite
sleep
is.
together.
So,
No, weirdly enough,
His
he does
eyes
not regard,
dilate.
he does not regard Zero in a hateful way. He does not.
With
He feels you are misinformed. That is
but
all.
after all the people who are paying attention sign it, Kalimba is gonna slam her hands down on the table. And so are one of y'all is Ezra and Grandam like agreeing to this, or are y'all just gonna forge their signatures, or how is this gonna work? Because they're kind of preoccupied.
That's true. That's true. I'd take out a piece of jerky. Ezra.
Oh,
Ezra!
God. Okay.
Come
He's
on.
going to attempt one. He's going to attempt one more time to try to win. Let's go. 30. Let's go, Grandam. Let's go.
I think he.
Kalimba's gonna step back and prepare for the stampede that is about to run up through this.
I think it would be.
20, 12, 14.
I think it would be with
Let's go.
disadvantage for Kiro with his name being called and a jerky.
Well,
Ezra?
I have to. That would be that's constitution for to
Okay.
hold my
Yeah, yeah.
composure.
Yeah,
Come
do it.
on. All right, let's go.
Hey, it's
Let's go.
wisdom to hold your composure.
Is it wisdom hold composure?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is wisdom. Okay, ready? Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Give me 15 to hold composure.
I'm trying to think of something that I should roll, and I think it would be a performance on Franklin's part, actually.
Yeah, but I say, what you got for me, Franklin? What you
Sure.
got?
One
Oh
second.
no, of all the people, it's not him. Performance. Shit.
Performance.
It's not so bad. It's not Ash.
Performance
Ash is-
against Franklin. That's not that bad.
Oh no, I'm thinking like Ash or freaking Rawlson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ash is
that would be a lot more difficult.
He'd be done. He'd be like,
18.
food?
18. Oh.
Shit.
Yep. Disadvantage, buddy. Sorry.
Come on, boy.
Okay. All right,
Come
let's
get
see.
your
He
food.
goes for it. See if he can get it with a disadvantage. Disadvantage. 25. Still gets it with a disadvantage. Yes.
Pushes Grand Dam back. It's still a tie though because neither of you have gone out of the circle, and then you call a time, and then you probably run across to get the jerky. Is what I would say.
You gotta sign this.
Ezra looks at Grand Dam. I'll be back.
I was gonna
Run.
say if it was
Food. Food.
if
Food.
y'all
Food.
did
food.
if y'all didn't agree on a tie, I was gonna say Kalimba was gonna try to do an intimidation check to get both to kind of rally both of y'all back to the contract. Yeah.
I got a snack.
We
And
rally
then-
Grand Dam too, hopefully.
And then Ezra gonna go over there where Mama Ash is.
And
You got a snack?
Kalimba's gonna step back up towards the table after the stampede that is Ezra.
Grand
Probably
Dam will
broke
turn
some more
back into
chairs
a
running
dwarf,
up for the food.
Turn back
waddle
into
over
it.
to the contract, put on a pair of bifocals, and begin to read over the terms of the contract.
Okay. With Kat doing the same, Kat, you realize for sure, with your perception and everything, the wording seems all in most place as far as you can tell. There is some sort of magical binding to this, though. You're not sure if it has something to do though with what Franklin is doing, or with where you guys are at inside of a tower and the contracts that are for.
These are
created.
magically binding contracts.
Franklin says aloud.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. We've done one of these before. And they are pretty binding.
So there's only
Did
going to
your
be one
group- did your
person.
group
There's
actually
only
have to
going to
get
be
you
one
or
person
no
not bound by the
necromancer?
contract.
Yeah, and then we'll have to figure out how to deal with that, which is
Other
very
people-
good because maybe that will be useful.
Other people though too, because Nimue and Aganon.
Right?
and
Yeah.
Mime and
So there's only one person here who decided not to sign the contract.
I don't know. Does Ash and Faust and Grand Dam sign it too?
Ash signs it.
Ezra's looking for pets.
Else would sign it.
Kalimba's
Ash
gonna walk
leans
up.
over and pets Ezra.
He is
Kalimba's
a
gonna walk-
happiness.
Kalimba's gonna walk over and stoop next to Ezra and like get down on one knee and like pet him too.
What about Grand Dam?
What if you guys can't join the PNC? What then?
Then that would make this contract null and void, wouldn't it?
Well, Ash's family already works for the PNC.
Ash's family
So-
does. You don't.
True.
We
I
do.
mean, yeah, we will have to get into the PNC, and if we can't, we will have. I mean, we could also sneak aboard their ship, right? Because they're planning on launching from level 1 of Hell. They're not expecting anyone to be coming up from level 2. We have the pocket rocket, which we can all hide in, and then
And
we
then
can
plus-
sneak aboard their ship.
And then Kalimba has a +9 on stealth. So
We should be able to either join them or sneak aboard.
Is that where Raul remembers? Oh, we have this contract. We can make you part of the Wish faction.
Oh yeah, that's right. I pull out.
he's-
Rarl pulls that out. We already are part of the PNC technically, so we could add you to the Wish faction, which maybe this could be our whole group faction, or the double group faction.
Kira
And
looks at that thing with
then you could
disdain.
easily gain access to the PNC ships.
Kalimba's going to read it
Thanks,
over
God.
thoroughly to make sure that it
So-
says what it says.
Just because I have it and I might as well use it. Grand Dam has the Warlock invocation that allows him to read in any language, shape, and all that. Making sure that there's no I don't know, infernal in the calligraphy or anything like that Rarlson has snuck in here because he's a sneaky bastard.
That,
Raul.
that
Not
contract.
Rarl.
Oh,
Franklin.
you mean the other
Franklin?
one? You mean that one?
Yeah, either
Yeah.
of them.
Oh, so the other one is actually a written document. That's what I was saying. You guys will have to write something up for this other one. I wrote
Yeah,
one.
I've got a few bullet points, but I can write something up.
Yeah, not gonna
When-
lie. Every time
when you-
that contract gets pulled out, Kira just cringes. He cringes at
When
that damn
y'all-
thing. Every time he pulls it out.
When you get it written up, Kalimba is going to read over it very thoroughly, like going through it, because she knows thieves can't. Just making sure that nothing is out of order.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I mean that'll have to be written, and then you can read it, and we'll figure it out from there. But that'll.
Let me see
that'll
how
be a lot.
many languages Kalimba knows. Hold on.
I mean, if there's nothing there, Grand Dam will sign the thing.
There's with theirs, there doesn't appear to be anything besides what has been talked about at the table.
I'm just making sure.
The PNC one
Um,
though is quite damning.
Yeah,
You guys signed this?
we didn't. Somebody else did from before, and now we're being held liable to it.
That's rough. Were they stupid?
Yeah.
I kind of looks
Honestly-
around and doesn't make eye contact with anyone.
I don't know. I think there's a couple people left who were there, but I don't know the person who signed it. If they're still here, I look at Kat.
The person who
He
agreed to
starts cleaning his feathers.
agreed to it originally is not, but it seems
Yeah.
to adopt every signature that comes to be part of the Rum Rollers, and now a potentially a subsection inside the Wish faction of the Shadow Seekers.
I don't remember
I'm
where
just
that
imagining
actually
the
said.
piece of paper getting slightly longer with more signatures being added to it.
Oh yeah,
Are
Oh,
we
wait.
talking about the Wish one, or are we still talking about the other one?
The Wish faction for the PNC.
Yeah.
Kalimba's gonna read over it in every language she knows, just to make sure nothing slipped up in there.
Pretty
Oh,
sure
there's
we have that
tons
one
of
right
stuff.
now.
Yeah, I put it in
Yeah.
put it in general. There's tons of stuff in there.
'Cause-
So, well, I guess then that could be like a backup if we can't get into the PNC just by convincing them because look at us, we're definitely evil. Let us join your group.
I mean, just by looking at Franklin, you can tell that he doesn't have the.
Oh,
He's
you're saying-
definitely evil.
You're saying the Shadow Seekers could create their own contract with the PNC. You're saying
Yeah, I mean, if this one's so damning,
It is pretty
then why would we just join it right now when we could still probably convince our way on?
Or
Yeah.
Kalimba could try to sneak on.
Yeah,
I
or
guess-
sneak. Yeah,
I guess you're at that point trying to convince Grand Dam because that was Grand Dam's comment. So you could roll a persuasion versus a wisdom. That's what it, right? Something wisdom based.
Or
Maybe an insight
convincing Grandam
that
not to
'cause-
join the faction.
No, Grandam's comment was, "How are you going to get on the like? How are you going to be part of the PNC? And
Oh.
how are they going to let you on their ship?"
I
Basically,
Persuasion.
persuasion, and I take an action or a bonus action, and I expose my form of dread.
Mhm.
So if persuasion doesn't work, dread will.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll fit right in.
is that acceptable to
I'm
Grandam?
gonna say
little too
Zero has
well.
finished.
Because Grandam's the last
Finished.
one to sign the contract. I think is other than I think Kat, you read it over, but I don't know if you actually technically signed the contract between the Shadow Seekers and the Rum Rollers. That was where we were at. I know we got sidetracked, and we're almost over here. I just wanted to clarify before.
Cat will sign it because Cat doesn't want godhood and he does want to protect their world. So he does sign it.
Hell yeah.
I'm
an
gonna say
agreement.
Zero has finished checking his appearance and is gonna walk over to Franklin and just whisper, "What's in it for me?"
Well, who do you want?
I mean, I don't really have any wants other than just to keep, other than like eternal youth, I guess you could word that. But other than that, I don't really have any
Kiro's
wants.
gonna have a problem with eternal youth.
Well,
I mean,
I mean that in kind of the way like I'm
I think
getting
you should
older.
take care of the mango grove. That's how you would keep eternal youth.
yeah, that is true. You could get
Like
eternal youth that way.
he wants eternal
I'll
youth
give you a
in the fact
mango.
that
I'll give you a seed of a I'll give you a seed of a magic mango tree. That if you eat one once a year, it reduces your age by 1 year. So long as you eat one every year, you will never age.
well, I'm gonna say Cyril wants eternal youth in the fact that he doesn't care if his like internal body ages, as long as he stays pretty and like
Okay.
youthful looking, he doesn't care.
So here's my problem with this request. None of us have the power to grant this. We're all
Well,
agreeing not to be gods.
we can figure out something else. I don't want to be a god. It's not.
Sure.
I'm
Well, I mean,
I'm close enough to one, but we can figure something out later. I'll help you just out of my own volition.
of course. Yeah. I mean, we can all go from here. Like, this is just to make sure that we're all mostly in agreement. I make
We're
note of
all on the
everyone
same
who signed
page.
it not.
I mean, I agree
And
with I
then,
agree with what you've been saying more than I agree with what Kiro's been saying. So
yeah, he
if
really
that
wants me
counts
dead.
for anything.
So
All right,
does
well,
Zero eventually sign it then?
No, Cyril doesn't sign it. He's just gonna tag along with it.
Okay.
Like he's not contractually bound, but he's just going along out of the very small amount of kindness in his heart.
Grandam?
and you also heard our whole conversation in the Pocket Rocket, I think, about what we wanted to do
No,
post
not
God stuff.
Wait, who did?
Not
Zero, yeah, because you were on the good team. Yeah, that's right. So you wouldn't know.
Mm-mm.
And anywho,
Oh.
Sam's gonna wrap. What's the term? Wild shape into a squirrel, and then like dip his paw print in it and smack the paper.
Nice.
Squirrel. Squirrel.
Squirrel!
Squirrel!
Oh,
It
God.
opens its mouth, and a maw of tentacles emerges from its mouth as it snarls at you.
all,
Oh, he is officially chasing you around this whole room.
all who have
That's
All
signed
right,
it.
I'm going to attempt to swallow you again.
Let's go.
Are you so basically all
as
I can
that's
picture for
happening?
your all I can picture for your wild shape is like that one like squirrel rat god from I think it's like Norse mythology. I don't know how to say its name.
Ratatosker.
That
Oh
one.
yeah.
That's all I'm picturing for this whole situation.
As you're finished all signing it, you all feel a sensation in the back of your mind of duty that binds you to this contract, and it's
Ezra's
you're
like,
welcome.
duty.
And duty.
It's
Right.
accurate though. It's kind of a poopy sensation. Anyways, with
We
it,
did
with
it,
it,
guys. We came to an agreement.
So they all have a sense of duty, and Zero has a sense of like, I'm going just to see what else I can acquire out of this. I'm gonna say that's what motivates him.
okay.
Is they don't have the ability to impact me in a way that I want now, but I'm helping them so that way in the future, if they do gain that ability, then they will.
Good sesh.
Yep.
Oh, we got almost everything done.
Wait, what else do we need to do?
The only other thing I was hoping to accomplish before Eurythmic Veracity is to summon an angel into the salt circle and then kill them and eat their brain so that I may gain all of the knowledge that they have so that may for an hour so that we can make a more informed decision.
I mean, I was gonna say Zero kind of counts, but you wouldn't want to do that because he's stupid. So
with that all cleaning up though, I guess too, I would assume that the rum rollers would file out and get their torques from Ishamel before piecing from the Infinite Tower.
Yes.
Mhm.
and it
And then-
means next session, Zero and Kiro are gonna definitely have a talk. I'm assuming.
Oh yes, he will not forget this.
Maybe.
But then there's also the moonshine that's waiting on the ship, so it really could go either direction.
I've got a hunch.
I finished my character. It's done.
I'm
Hey,
gonna sit down and do mine tonight before I go to bed.
I went
and Ed,
11 dips of fighter, 3 levels of monk, and 1 level of warlock.
for
Mm.
you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Because Uncle
Josh.
Sam owned my ass. That's my dad. That's my patron.
Sam, that's
Uncle Sam.
Yep.
That's your
Uncle
dad's
Sam's my
patron.
patron.
That's
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just gonna
Uh,
I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't hear this conversation before my FOMO starts getting to me. So
Josh, you still have to consider and let me know what I'm supposed to do with my me. Do I come
Wait,
if
can
I
you-
come in as just a ring? Because currently, I don't know how this works. Do I get as another version of me coming in,
No,
Are
you,
or
yeah,
are you
you'd
you?
be.
Are you acting like you? Or are you who's looking like you? Who's thinking about how you look in a ring about
I
you?
just
A limp corpse just appears.
That's what
Ezra,
I'm
That might
afraid.
have-
Like a corpse
hungry.
and an
I'm pretty
object
sure
and a
that what's
ring.
gonna happen is we just have to kill you in person. Like that's what's gonna happen.
Oh Lord. No,
Well, I
if
think
a corpse drops in the middle
technically
of
what
this
would
thing,
happen
Ezra's
is
gonna eat
whatever's
it.
carried. So Nimue would bring in the ring with me
Yeah, I was just gonna
on
say,
it,
I
and
don't
the
think
body would stay.
your you wouldn't be drawn into the white void. I don't think because of that. It's like
Right. I'd
'cause
be with
it's a ring
Nimue.
of
Oh,
mind
sure.
shielding that you're into.
Yeah,
So it's like you wouldn't be
I'm
like
not being
just
drawn
because
in. Yeah,
yeah, because of this convergence doesn't you're protected inside of the ring currently.
that's true.
Because Ezra
Which is
could
the whole
be
point of the
really
ring.
hungry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saying.
Well, I'm gonna go. I think pizza is ready. So
Yeah.
good games.
night.
Excited to see everyone. We'll see
you.
what survives this next Eurythmic.
If anything.
Yeah,
If
I think it's
anything,
gonna be messy.
it's gonna be
I
very
want
messy.
I want a
Very much
debrief
so.
after because I'm nosy. So
You will be. Don't worry. It'll just be
Way
above
to go,
board
guys.
House. Good night. So
Good
like your
night.
characters
Night.
won't know what's going on,
Night.
basically.
You'll know from the podcast, but not from being there.
yeah.
a grand and wonderful thank you for those who took the time and made it here, to the end of the episode, where I know sometimes we are long-winded and others we are just dead silent. I don't know what to tell you. This is raw here, folks. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can help support us just by listening. But you can also provide even more support, if you like, by going to Anchor FM page and following the support link there. If you do so, I will personally work in an NPC or an idea, whatever you'd like to hear played out. If you want, you can get a hold of us through one of our many options, including voice messages on Anchor FM, or DM to our Twitter, or any other social media that you can find us, YouTube, etc. You can share your ideas, otherwise listen for the shout out and thank you for making it through.